Yo, what's up guys? I've been getting some questions about how do I set up my camera for vlogging and the internal camera that I use by my eye that looks like there's no camera. And there's two cameras I use. So I made a short on it, but I feel like it was rushed. So I'm gonna go in depth for the people that are asking questions on how to set it up. So you'll need an Insta360 and you'll need a GoPro. Doesn't matter what year GoPro. I have a 7 Black, and this is how I set it up. So we'll talk about just the vlogging and the audio. So I use the GoPro 7, and then I use a filter, and then I use the mic adaptation right here on the side of the GoPro. Run it through the bottom, then it locks back here, and then this is the actual mic cord that runs underneath the helmet right through here, and it comes out through here. I use the side piece of the helmet to hold it. So then I have this. I also have the like actual cover for it, but this is too fat like for my cheek and it just blocks everything. So I sit it right here. When I vlog. So when I close the helmet, this is recording, have the mic wire coming through the bottom of the helmet, and you can still pin lock it. You can still pin lock the helmet because there's no wire coming from the top, it's coming from the bottom. So you can still lock your helmet. Yeah, and the mic stays right here, and that's how I vlog, or how I talk to you guys on the track, or when I make a video. And that's the footage that you see from the GoPro now, and the audio, sorry. When I want to ride and I don't want to talk, because talking on the camera like takes away from riding, and I like to focus. When I don't want to talk and I strictly want to ride on the track, I use this. This is the Insta360 Go. So what I did is, let me see, hold on. This part of the helmet is just like that. It's like suede. But what I did was I velcroed this on with super glue, so this is never coming off. I mean, it's your helmet, you can do what you want, but I super glued it on so it's never coming off. It's just a bit safer in my opinion. So I velcroed that on, and then let me see if I can show you guys. Yeah, so I velcroed that on, and basically when you have the camera, let me take this out real quick. So this is like magnetic. This is also magnetic. Now what you can do, since this is magnetic, you can put a magnet right here. You can cut this open, cut the suede open, put a magnet back there, and then when you put it on, it'll just stay like that. It'll just sit like that. Right, if it has a magnet, it'll stay like that, or you can do it like that. But the magnet is gonna move around because there's nothing in the back holding it. So what I did is I velcroed this, and then I have like a bunch of pieces to mess around with, but I velcroed the back. So this magnet is gonna go in here like that, and then you get Velcro for the back of this, right? Put Velcro here, and you super glue the Velcro on the cover, not the camera. Not the camera, just the cover. So you put Velcro here. This Velcro is gonna stick to that, like that, boom. Or you can have it like that for YouTube, or like this for Instagram. It just depends what you want. And this is the Velcro I was talking about. So you basically cut a strip, right? And then it'll be glued on like that. So you cut a little strip out, and once you glue it on, that little strip that you cut is gonna go right in here. So it's gonna stay like that. and see how like that makes sense. Put it on here, cut a little strip out, super glue it to the back of this, not the camera, and then you can permanently have it here like that. And then since this has a filter, right, for the sun, this doesn't have a filter. So since it doesn't have a filter, if you have a smoked visor, you just pull it down and that is your filter for that camera. So let me get it out. There you go. But that's how I set up my camera. For the most part, always rock the American flag. I have it on my bikes and my helmet. But yeah, that's how I set up my helmet. This is a KX1 Race GP KYT. I like the KYT helmets. I like the Shoeis. These are my go-to. I mean, it has some rocks from following some of my boys and stuff like that, but that's basically how I set up my camera. I know people have been asking about it, so there you have it. And then I'll talk about like how I set it up on the bike, but basically I'll put a GoPro sticky mount, like one of these on the bike, slap it on the bike, and then safety wire. But I hope that helps for the guys that were asking about how do I set up my camera. So you need a GoPro 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. You need the mic adapter. You run the wire through the bottom. Mic comes out through here. You can talk. Or you want to go the Insta360 route. Put the Velcro right here. Slap it in. Pull it down. You're good to go. But that's how I set up my camera for those that were asking. Hope that helps. Ride safe. Peace.